What is up, guys? Tyler here with the Kingdoms Trading Card Game, and in today's video I'm actually going to be walking you through a somewhat longer process of building hopefully a more optimized Furbish deck. The deck that I currently have is a Furbish Cluedace hybrid, and so I'm trying to make it a little bit better. I've seen how Cluedace can be so dominant, but I really want to show that Furbish can still be in the game. And so yeah, I'm gonna throw that together. So I'm gonna throw it on the GoPro, so that way it's a top-down view. And I'm just gonna talk to you guys as I'm putting everything together, and then I'll jump back on this camera to end the video. All right. So before I started doing this video, I actually went through and I unsleeved my entire deck that I had. So the card sleeves that I had for this were these Scream sleeves, which are still super cool. I'm gonna hold on to them. They were really grippy. So after a while, I was starting to not be as crazy about them, and instead I got these new sleeves that are these pretty cool, like meadow fields. I really like that. Obviously all the dragon stuff, that's pretty cool, and because these are Magic the Gathering sleeves, there's a lot of Magic stuff that you can get, but I just kind of like the more simple designs. Of course, you know, if there was a Kingdoms card sleeve, then maybe I'd be interested in doing that. So I'm really not too sure on you know, I'm going to sort this out by card type first. I'm not too sure on the direction that I want to go with this deck. I'm just not sure. You know, there's so many options. One thing that's difficult, now, even though I'm not great at this, I know this is an issue. Oftentimes what can happen is there's so many cards that that you like, and so you're trying to put all these cards into your deck, which for those of you that are good at card games, maybe you play Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe you play Magic, that's understandable, you know that. And I think I do the same thing. Now, even though I don't want to acknowledge it as true, I think it is correct. There's someone that currently plays the game. You know, the player base for Kingdoms is you know, it's a little small. I'd say that there's maybe 10 to 15 people that we get together with that play it, and there's about, I'd say, like 3 people that really do an excellent job at playing the game, and the one person who plays with Cluedace has a very optimized deck, and one of their philosophies when it comes to tokens is that the 4 token is better than Master's Table. Now, it's been kind of debated amongst Kingdoms players which one's better, because some people would rather not send 2 cards from their fortress to the graveyard. But this person replied, well, if your deck should be built so well that to send 2 cards to the graveyard shouldn't kill you that much, which after thinking about that for a while, I thought that was a very good point. And really that never was an issue for this deck, because I had so many cards, I ran so many copies, and I had a lot of ways to bring cards back. So really it was never an issue for me, but that totally makes sense. And obviously it's contingent on what cards I have available. So I'm just gonna kind of sort this out, and we'll see what we can do. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be a perfect build that I can get by the end of the night, but I would like to get something. The one dilemma that stinks is Furbish is a set 1 kingdom, and starting with set 2, well, really set 2.5 and set 3, and going into set 3, I have a new mathematics scale for how I determine the cost of a card that makes it a little more balanced, because previously it was, as you get to phase 2, as you get to phase 3, your cards are getting better and better, and so I thought, well, they need to be more expensive because they're getting better and better. But then I got to thinking about it. You are already you know, taking a huge risk by putting phase 2 and phase 3 cards in your deck, because you cannot play them until you get to that phase. I'm gonna make sure, excuse me, I'm gonna make sure the camera is still recording because the GoPro blacks out. You know, you can't play those cards until you get to phase 2 or phase 3. So really at the end of the day, you have already made the investment by waiting. And so what I've determined to do is actually make it where that as you get further along, your cards actually become a little bit cheaper, or they might stay around the same cost. So you might spend 5 Magicka for a 300 in phase 1 for a battle card, or you might spend 5 Magicka for a 300 or for a 600 in phase 3. And now you might be wondering, well, that's a little crazy. That's insane that you only spend that much for that powerful battle card. But it boils down to the fact that you waited that long to play it, which I think the wait justifies the lower cost. So just a thought, just kind of my thinking in doing that. So let's see, how are we going to approach this? The thing that's difficult is I have a lot of bulk cards, and I have, I think, 4 or 5 other decks that I've built. I think what I am going to do, I definitely want to slim down. That I know for a fact. And because I'm going to slim down, this is hard, and this is where I might not talk. I really want to show Furbish, so I think I love Counselor. Counselor is that phase 4, but the fact that he gives you 2 Magicka, but he can stay alive, I really like this card. So I think I'll keep him. Council board member I love because you get to bring out a card for free. Judge Guard is cool, but I don't know, this is so hard. The thing that I struggle with Furbish is that they don't have a lot of firepower. That's what kills me. So that's just what kills me. You know, I have all these great cards that can search each other or do different things, but I eventually run out of firepower to actually hit with. I'm just seeing if I have any cards in here that I wanna. This is a promo card that was at a tournament that we did for the set 2. Yeah, the set 2 release tournament. Kind of a fun card. I haven't seen anyone use it. I don't even know if it's that good, but it was fun making anyways. Okay, so that's predominantly no cards I don't want to use. So that's helpful. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have any 4 tokens, because I think I definitely want to put some of those in this deck. No, I got nothing there. Life, I don't like that card. But I can understand people liking, gravitating towards it. It'd be fun to find a way to maybe make it a little bit better. Or make a card that would make that card usable. Make the life card more usable. Steve's Artistry would be cool. The only thing that stinks is it costs 8 Magicka. That's a lot of Magicka. Now, Cluedace or Mrif Kingdoms are known for having a lot of Magicka, so maybe that's something I consider. I guess the one thing that I gotta figure out is what's the direction that I want this deck to play, or how do I want it to play? Because really this makes cards cost cheaper, gives me Magicka. This gives me Magicka. This makes stuff cheaper. This guy gives me Magicka. I like that he... Man. Whoops, I keep hitting this camera with my hat. There's nothing really in here that... At least I don't think so. So I'm going to set this to the side for right now. Let's see if I got something in here. Lori's Monument. That's pretty cool. That'd give me the attack that I need. So it does not look like I have any 4s. So I wonder if the strategy is to run 3. And the reason why I'm saying that, let me check my other decks real quick. The reason why I'm saying I should run 3, the 3 token, is primarily because I don't have to spend 4 magicka. I only have to spend 3. So I could potentially, I could have a slightly better turn. I could play the 3 token, and then that 1 magicka could be the difference between being able to play a card and not play a card at all. Okay, let's see. Thing is I love all these decks. Oh wait, this got really jacked up. What is this? This is 2 different decks. I see. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. That's awesome. What's going on? Wow, this is all jacked up. Good thing. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm just looking for, this is my Estercrest build, so there's nothing in here besides the Outpost Tower, but I already have plenty of those. I don't think you could ever justify having a deck with 3 Divine Wisdoms unless you were playing against, I don't know, because if you're playing against Cluedace or like any Mrif deck, definitely good to have. I'm just trying to find a 4 token. If I don't have any 4 tokens, I won't take them, because I have plenty of 3 tokens as well where I could put those in the deck. Okay, this one does have the Temple Teacher, which I do like that card. If you guys follow the social media at all, you'll have seen that I posted something a while back asking which card people like more, Outpost Tower or Temple Teacher. I don't think this one has the 4 token either. I think it has all Master's Tables besides the 2 token. This was kind of a fun deck. I really built it around the Rage ability. I'm going to put the Sacreds in the back. That always bothers me when they're up front. There we go. Okay, so not seeing anything, so I might have to get creative with what I do. Let's see. There's still a chance for hope. Let's see. I think I was working on modifying a build that I had. Okay, nothing there. I don't. Oh wow, this is what the backs used to look like. What's this? Oh, that's funny. No 4 tokens. I wonder what this is for. I don't think there's gonna be one in here. I think all those cards that I had out, because this is the original Winterton deck. Yeah, so there's not gonna be a 4 token in here. I'm pretty sure. 2, 3, 2. No. Okay. Well, that kind of rips. Actually, maybe not. What's this? Oh, I only got the 1. Okay. So what we are going to have to do is look at this real quick, because I got some other cards. Okay, there's a... Oh, no, it's not going to be in here. But let me see what I got. I am trying to work on... I have so many videos that I want to record, but it's just a matter of finding the time to record them, and the way I want to edit them, that kind of delays me as well. So I haven't been able to do that as well. But I am excited for when I can finally do my Kingdom video breakdowns, and I do want to update the how to play video, because I know that's a well-needed video. That's been a long time coming. Okay, let's do this. Now I don't know where the 3 token's at. It's not in here. I don't think... Well, that's frustrating. Where is it at? I don't have it here. There we go. Okay. So, I ran out of storage on that SD card. So, I don't know where it cut out. I just found my 3 tokens. So I have that. So, I am going to get rid of these 3 masters tables. Bye-bye. We'll see. I guess what I'm trying to do is just optimize the Magicka that I have. So if I already have cards that give me Magicka, I think I will run this Nanny Goat. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I'm not going to run Southern Signal. I just don't like, I want to like this card. And the times that it does work, it's amazing. It's crazy. It like blows you up, but I'm not crazy about it. Okay, currently without a ban list, I'm obviously going to keep Library. Because I'm going to keep Library, you have to keep Wishing Well. Because if you go into Phase 3, then you can draw additional cards. So I think, Wishing Well will definitely stay. Because I'm going to have less cards, I think I'll get rid of Rest from Warfare. I think. I don't know. This is tricky. I love Hush of Furbish because sometimes if a certain spell is used, you know, it seems to help. But again, is it like, do you have too many? You have too many variants of cards. This is tricky. This is really hard. And from the top of my head, I mean, there's not really any set 2.5 cards that I can think of that I really want. I think I want to get rid of Temple Cleansing. I think I want to get rid of that. I'm going to close my laptop. Okay, so I'll keep these. I'll keep this. Obviously, you're going to keep Time Scribe. Obviously, got to have 3 Ulas. That's almost like you have to have that. As a Cluedace, or as a Mrif player, I think these 2 guys you have to run. I just feel like my deck doesn't have a good direction right now. And who knows, maybe it's because I'm recording a video while building the deck, and it's a little bit different because I'm not, you know, this isn't like a live stream, so it's not like you can join in, you know, we're talking about it while we're making it, so I don't want to make this too long, but I do want to like show you guys what I'm doing, you know, part of the process. I like Judge Guard, and I almost, man, I'm not feeling good with my build all of a sudden. If I run those 3, because I like being able to bring out other cards. Judge Guard, he makes cards cost cheaper. So what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm at 25, so I have 15 cards left. And I have homework to do, so I do need to finish this probably. So I have 15 cards. Let's see. Because I'm running, I have 15. I have a heart for Snoirday, but I know some people say he's not that good, especially because he costs 9. He's Phase 3. Could do that. So that brings me down to 13. One thought I do have is, do I consider running Enai? Enai the Scoutsman. He's a Cluedace card, came out in set 2. And he is the card that allows you to combine your cards for a higher attack. But I do not know where I have that at. When I first built this deck, my original strategy was to essentially make my opponent deck out. So I was allowing them to draw a lot of cards, but that kind of backfired. I wasn't able to capitalize on all the card draw. And if people drew if people use library, it really kind of hurt that strategy that I had because they weren't drawing any cards. And if you deck out, the only way you can deck out is if you're going to draw for your draw phase. So if you have no cards to draw, or if you're not in your draw phase, then it doesn't affect you. Okay, I cannot find this card that I'm looking for. Maybe it's right here. I'm looking for my Enai, the Scoutsman. Maybe it'd be worthwhile running him. Nomadic Lifestyle, pretty good. 6 Magicka though, that's a lot. 2 Neep's cool, because you get that card draw. I don't know where my Enai is at. Okay, so now the question, do I bring back an oldie but a goodie? Power and numbers. Bring back, so I could bring back him, Converter, Counselor, Resource Manager. I think I do. Let's try it. I'll run 1 power and numbers. Now I might just be making my deck bad again. But, because it's 5 battle cards. Okay, so let me find an Enai. So if I have an Enai, I think then what I can do oh, there we go. Because then what I can do is really capitalize that. Oh, it'd be cool. Maybe run 1. Now I'm worried I'm just throwing cards together. Definitely gotta have a rule book. No, I'm just kidding. The rule book's a little bad. It's not terrible, just misses out on a lot of things. So this brings me down to 13. If I use these 2, it brings me down to 11. I think you definitely have a Summoner's Call. I don't have a battle card that gives me card draw, so I think at that point you definitely run 2 successful hunts. Try that. I'm not going to do a reshuffle. I won't do a Temple Watch. I love glass. I think I use glass as well. I'll do 2 Divine Wisdoms. I don't want to do too many spells. Oh man, this hurts. This hurts me. Okay, so these cards I don't have in my deck. These I am. So I had 15. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I have 5 left that I can do. See, now the other thing is I need firepower. Or maybe I don't, because I have the Ulas. And I do have a Summoner's Call, so I could bring... I got that spell. I have 5 cards. And the thing that stinks too is there's Wheat out there. There's Dark Assassin, which I don't have any Wheats. I think if I had Wheat, I obviously would put Wheat in my deck as well. I think for right now, I have to do a Washaways. I think I do 2 of him. I'm not crazy about this. 2 of him. Let's try that. Whoops. So I have no spirits in this deck. Which I liked this guy because you get to draw 2 cards. But I think the fact that I have library, that kind of circumvents the fact that, you know, not getting all that card draw. I have no legends. I don't think this is a good deck. I don't think so. I mean, I think it has some potential. Let's see. Well, actually, let's look at our sacreds real quick. Obviously going to run library. obviously have Skylight. I like Skylight at phase 3. You know, I don't really know what other options I could do for phase 1, honestly, because River of Knowledge, I mean, I guess it depends on how valuable are your top 5. Actually, I wonder how valuable looking at the top 5 cards would be, because you're guaranteeing. But if you have a lot of card draw, then maybe it doesn't matter. But I'm not going to use... I could use Lord's Monument, so my cards had a little bit more hitting. These don't help me. Not crazy about any of the sacreds right there. Let's see what we got here. Gathering Lake is cool, but you can't attack the turn that you bring a card out, so that would hurt me. I don't know. All these cards are gonna give me. This gives me +2 Magicka right off the bat, but a lot of cards give me Magicka. So I'm like, what's the point then in having sacreds that give me Magicka? At least that's just where my thought process is. There's not going to be any more in here. I really don't know. I know there's there's a couple other sacreds, but I don't use those, and I don't even have them. There's the Trembledor Root, something like that. Trembledor Tree. There we go. Trembledor Tree. But I don't use that. Hey, get your very own deck on the Game Crafter. Let's see. Do we got anything in here? Some people like Priestess because it's like a hand trap. I'm not crazy about that though. But of course, I don't win much when I play my own game, so don't listen to me entirely. Yeah, honestly, I think I just rock these 5 sacreds. But do I risk it? And do I get rid of the Central Palace? Because I'm basically saying, because they're going to look at this, people are going to think that this is not good. And so the question is, I need to ask myself, is this card not good? When this sacred is revealed, you may look at the top 5 cards of your fortress and put them back in any order. So why would I want to do that? Well, I think I don't have a lot of card draw other than Successful Hunt. If I open a turn 1 token, then at least I could make sure in that moment, you know what, these cards I want to send to the graveyard. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try it. Of course, I don't have anyone to play test right now. But actually, I said in my vlog earlier this week that I'm going to be hanging out with a friend of mine by the name of Michael, who's helping me with the game currently at the moment. And so we're going to be playtesting it. So even though this video is being released later in the week, maybe I'll have to post on social media how this deck played. So let's go ahead and do an overview of the deck, and then we'll sleeve it, and then I will switch us to the other camera to end the video. So battle cards wise, 2 Nomadic Soldiers, 2 Snordays, a Washaways, an Enai, the Scoutsman. I have 2 Temple Judges. I'll put my spells down here for a second. Judge Guard. I have 3. I have 3 Council Board members. I have 3 Converters, 3 Counselors, 3 Managers, 3 Ulas, and 3 Scribes. Meta-wise, you have to play these 4. I don't... It'd be kind of silly not to play. At least that's what it seems like. So the idea is obviously Ula, just because he's a staple, but Ula and the Converter will kind of function in the same way where they'll kind kind of stop my opponent. Same with washaways. That's my answer to big problem cards. These cards are going to make cards cost cheaper. I get Magicka from this one, and this one. This brings out cards for free. This will make it so that if all I have is these cards out, just like my little cards, at least this gives it some attack value. Now when it comes to spells, this will give me that card draw off of the library. Summoner's Call, just because to get those cards back that I need. Successful Hunt for draw, and then just spells that kind of help me out. And then Power and Numbers would be kind of a fallback. So let's say I get into phase 3, they've sent a bunch of cards to my graveyard. The hope is that I would maybe have enough Magicka or cards to generate enough Magicka that would then give me the ability to play a Power and Numbers, and then I could bring back a Resource Manager, I could bring back a Converter, a Counselor, a Council Board member, you know, so I have a couple variants, and what I could do, I could be cheeky about it, because I could call up to 5 cards, so I could call 4, and one of the 4 being Council Board member, and then I get to bring another card out, potentially bringing out maybe a Temple Judge, a Snorday, an Ula, something like that. Tokens wise, I have 3 3s, a 4, and an Nanny Goat. This is so that way my other 2 tokens that are no longer useful, actually 3 if I'm running Nanny Goat, I can generate more Magicka for a turn. And then Sacreds, I'm going to run Library for 2, Fountain at 3, and then these are my 3 that they have to choose, but I have a feeling they're most likely going to choose Knowledge at phase 1. So, the part that I'm most excited for, I'm going to sleeve this bad boy. So while I am sleeving, let me share with you what is going on, and this is going to seem more like vlogish. I actually, before I recorded this video, I recorded my vlog first. I'm actually going to re-record it because it was a lot of just sitting and talking, but it was a little boring. It was even a little boring for me to record, so like I gotta spice it up a little bit. But I guess I'll share some stuff with you guys, because this is what I like to do on the vlogs. If you guys haven't watched the vlogs, I encourage you to watch them. I share a couple more things on there than I do with the normal videos, because the normal videos I try to keep them pretty consolidated. So I am working on eventually recording a kingdom overview video, and what these will be is they'll be overview videos of each kingdom. And so I think the first one I'm going to start with is Silvermoor, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you kind of the story behind Silvermoor. It'll just be like a general lore. It's not going to be super in-depth. And then I'm going to go over when they came out, what sets currently have cards for the kingdom. And then what I'm going to do is talk about kind of the go-to cards. So if you are a Silvermoor player, here are the cards that you need to be aware about. And then also let people know of, here are some good neutral cards that you can consider. Here are the weaknesses, and here are the strengths of the kingdom. And then what I also want to try to do is, even though there are obviously optimized ways to build a deck, and I don't think we truly know what the optimized ways are to play with Silvermoor, I would say right now at this current moment, the 2 kingdoms that we know for a fact how to optimize are pretty much Linford and also Cluedace, because at every tournament Linford takes tops, and it's usually the same exact deck from the same exact person, and it hasn't changed that much. And then the Cluedace deck that we have seen that developed recently, it just dominates every time, and it's done really well against a lot of the quote-unquote standard builds for other decks, but it also does good against a lot of the random rogue decks. And so I'll give about 2 strategies for each deck. And so, for example, like Linford comes to mind. With Linford, oops, I just hit the camera with my hat. With Linford, you can kind of do the strategic, you know, playing slowly. You're trying to keep all your cards alive, which is the common, which is the dominant strategy that you see right now in the game. Or you can have some fun and really try to use the rage ability, which would be the other thing. So that'd be one thing, providing like 2, and they wouldn't be full 40 to 60 card deck lists with your sacred deck. It would just be, here's an idea, and here's how it would play, and here's what you could do. And then at the end, what I would do is offer what I believe to be the power level assessment of the kingdom. So on a scale of 0, which is complete suckitude, to 10, which is utter dominance, cannot be stopped at all, will not lose. On a scale of 0 to 10, I will give my final thoughts on the power level that I think that kingdom individually operates at. So with the kingdoms that are currently out, and that will be like on a scale, so every time a new video comes out, the graph will get updated so people will be able to see, let's say, everyone has like their kingdoms, rabbit trails that they go on where they just watch a bunch of random videos. Someone might stumble across this. They might see, what's a Silvermore kingdom breakdown? They watch it, and then at the end they see that it falls on this graph with kingdoms called Furbish and Linford. So they might get curious, and it could result in watching other videos. So I'm working on that. I'm super excited. I do need to get a video out for Untap and start some Untap stuff going, because obviously it's easy for me to play with people that are in my area, but it'd be nice to start playing with you guys and girls that are online. So I have officially sleeved the deck. I am going to go to the bathroom. I have to pee so stinking bad. Throw you guys on the other camera, and then I'll wrap up this video. Again, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. This is kind of the final look again in those card sleeves. Let's see if it focuses. It knows there we go. Look how beautiful that is. It moves so smoothly. These cards will just go in and out with each other. No, I don't want to combine my sacreds, but it just flows together so nicely. I'm excited to use these. I'm not sure how this deck is going to perform, but I love how these feel. I'm super excited to use these, and I'll look cool, when you do like the little fan thing on your playmat. Do want to end this video with a Bible talk. Actually, even though I already recorded my vlog, I'm going to re-record my vlog. And so what I said for that, I'm going to use for this. I'm currently reading from the book of Isaiah, which is in the Old Testament. Now, I'm only, I think, 12 chapters in. And the theme that I've noticed is, there's a couple themes, but one thing that is consistent with almost all of the chapters is that the kingdom of Judah is being judged because within this kingdom, which is supposed to be a godly kingdom, there is a lot of oppression, especially on the poor. Now, maybe it's just because all this stuff is going on in America where there's such this fight for a social justice and equality. But I think it really points out that scripturally, and that's the big thing, scripturally, not culturally because of what's going on right now, but scripturally, and this stays true for all times, that in our nation, whatever nation you live in, you should always look after those that are poor. You should look after those that don't have access to the goods that we have access to. And it's not that it's bad that we have access to stuff. It's not bad that I'm in a house. It's not bad that I have a shelf with markers that I like to draw on, or a smartphone. It's not bad that I have that. But am I, as a believer, am I looking after those that are less fortunate? Am I finding a way to bless them and just like God promised to bless Abraham in the Old Testament, Genesis chapter 12, am I extending that blessing that God has given to me to other people? So just something to think about. Thank you for watching. Please check out the Facebook and Instagram. Go to the Discord server and join the community and the conversation. Check out the Game Crafter where you can get your hands on your very own Kingdoms TCG product, and also be on the lookout for Untapped stuff. Set 1 is on there, so you can build a deck, you can start playing. You certainly don't have to wait for me to give you the go-ahead. And thank you for watching this video. I know it was a little bit longer. I hope you enjoyed the process. I know I've done 1 or 2 other deck building videos in the past, but it was a little bit more structured. I kind of had pre-thought it out. This one was just kind of showing you my process. It was still a little bit faster. Maybe one of these times, if I can start live streaming, it's something that we can all do together. Anyways, thank you for watching, and you guys and girls have a good rest of your day.